Hello tradepreneurs, welcome back to the CEO Talk, and this time is really a special day because here we are. I will talk about is technical analysis is still relevant, and how about the war between the fundamental analysis guy or technical analysis guy, or even some people who develop a new method in charting world. They're using like smart money concept, and they think that smart money concept is better than the classic technical analysis. We're going to talk this deeper with Wieland, the president of International Federation Technical Analysis. Stay tuned, subscribe, and share to the others. All right, Wieland, welcome to Astronaci.
Gema, thank you so much for the invitation.
It's really an honor to invite you.
Yes.
You are a trader who live in the trading for a living world. Is that correct?
Yes, it's true.
So is that trading for a living or trading and traveling or what?
Well, it's live for trading.
Live for trading.
Yeah.
Live for trading is not trading for a living.
No, it's trading for a living, live for trading. You know, I'm concerned about trading 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day?
Yeah, because I'm dreaming, I'm talking, I'm living trading. So, because I do so much in this whole universe of trading, within the industry, with talking to people, with education, with doing my own stuff, of course, with the IFTA, with the VTED in Germany. So I'm always connected to traders, and therefore, yes, I live for trading.
Great. So you are now active as International Federation Technical Analysis President.
Yes.
Right? So this podcast, I'm going to shoot you with a very sharp and maybe is really not comfortable questions.
Try me.
Try you, all right.
All right.
So I got 11 questions that
Okay.
I guess this will answer so many questions from other people, right?
Oh, you should have shown me before.
So this is like a surprise. So
Yeah,
people
let's
know
go.
that there's no setup on this.
Yeah, of
So
course.
everything is from you. So
Yeah.
International Federation Technical Analysis, I'm a member, and today we talk as the certified technical analyst.
Yes.
Do they really need to find a mentor or guru who has that certification?
Yes and no. I mean, in the market, nobody asks for a certification. If you're a trader, nobody asks.
But if you're an analyst, then
Yeah. So if you trade for yourself, like
Oh,
being,
okay.
you know,
Okay.
you know, like
Cool,
being
yeah.
a retail private trader.
Yes.
Of course, in the market, nobody asks.
Yes.
But the market will prove your knowledge and your skills, and these skills need to come somewhere. You know, so you have to learn, and there are two ways. You learn from the market by trial and error, and it costs you a fortune, for sure. Or you have a detour, and or make like a shortcut, a detour, shortcut, and you learn from a professional. You know, you learn from an organization, you learn from the best experts who compiled an educational system for you to show you not just the pitfalls of trading and analysis, but also all these things who really work in the market. So then it's your decision. Do you want to go the long, hard way at the school of hard knocks? Or do you want to go like the path everybody else has gone before, which leads to success, even also in a pretty short time? So this is a decision everybody has to make. Therefore, yes and no. The market doesn't ask, but you need to have the knowledge.
So the certification is like a proof that you are at least standard based on the consensus
Sure.
from any theory.
Sure,
Right?
Sure. But if you want to go to the industry, like technical analyst somewhere in an institutional company, of course, they are not just looking for, hey, I've read this book, they're looking for a certification signed by somebody who is able to sign this, you know, and then things are different.
Yeah, but some people say that, hey, you don't have to go to one mentor, two mentor. The most important part, you can just go to YouTube for the free lessons.
Right.
And you can do try and error.
Yes.
By doing that, you can just selling your copy trade in a platform
Right.
to prove that you're right or wrong.
True,
So do you think that this path is good enough?
No,
No?
it's not. And it can't work, and it will not work. In the
Cannot
long
work.
run, no. In the
You're
long
sure
run,
about it?
Yeah. In the long run, it's very hard to follow. The reason is very simple. First of all, talking about YouTube, I know we both have YouTube channel. You're more successful with yours than I do, because well, mine is just like, okay, a video, just put it in it, right?
Okay,
But,
okay.
wow, you have so many subscribers, and you have such a great content.
Thank you.
But still, it's something you give away for free, and there's nothing wrong with giving things away for free, because all that we know, all the theory, if you search long enough, it's available somewhere, right? For free. So that's not the deal. The deal is something else. You cannot learn trading just by having like a video. You only can learn trading by feedback. And feedback is what comes from education, what comes from coaching, what comes from training, what comes from some kind of peer group that gives you, maybe do this better or different the next time. So that's how you learn. I mean, why should it be different in trading than any other education? I mean, you're pilot. You don't learn pilot from a video, right?
Yes, no, yeah.
So from Flight Simulator, from Microsoft, you don't learn it that way.
Correct.
It might be a good addition just to get a touch, but you learn from feedback. Like, are you kidding me? You want to fly this way?
Correct.
So why should it be different in trading? This is one thing. Second is, from my point of view and also from my experience, trading is the most individual thing you can do in the world. It's highly individual because we all come with different knowledge, with different mindset, with different beliefs about money, about things, about work ethics at all. There are people sitting like the whole day in front of the computer screen and trying to make one trade. And there are people doing one trade, go.
Yeah.
You know, open screen, open software, trade, done. Right?
Correct.
So it's individual. But if trading is so individual and everybody has its own beliefs, own needs, own everything, how can you follow somebody else and someone's system in a 100% way that it really works like the other one does? And it's proven that it's not working by the turtles.
Yes, that's correct. But people are gonna ask to, like, you travel around and you're like nomadan position.
Yes.
You are living for trading.
Right.
The biggest question is, do you make money?
Yes, sure.
How can people know that you make money? Why don't you just show your portfolio to the public?
Well,
that's the biggest question, and people keep challenging us, right? Like, why don't you show the MQL? You're a forex trader, right? Or maybe
also forex futures.
my FX book or something.
Yeah.
And how do people believe that you'll make money?
Actually, I don't care if they believe or not.
Wait, you don't care?
I don't care if they believe.
And you don't think that showing the portfolio is important?
No, it's not. Because it doesn't make any difference to somebody if I am a successful trader. Because if I'm a successful trader, it's not a guarantee that they will be, right? Because yes, they can copy everything, but they will disturb the trade because they feel uncomfortable with this, because they feel like, no, I want to approach the market differently. I learned for myself. I learned literally every strategy during the years. This is what you do. But I always felt with a lot of strategies, it sounds great, but I can't do it. It's not me. Because yes, like trading breakouts. A lot of people trade breakouts, following the trend, doing breakout trades, you know. And always I felt like, yes, that's a way to go. And when I entered the trading a breakout, I always felt uncomfortable. So what did I do? I went into the trade and disturbed it. No, I'm not so sure, but you know. So I felt like, no, I need to have a different approach which fits to me.
Okay.
So that's it.
So you have your like commercial program, like a training for And what is your response? I want to know the culture in Germany or anywhere, any part in the world compared to Indonesia.
Yeah.
If you're selling something and then people say that, you're selling something, show me your MQL, and then I want to see your portfolio. I want to make sure that you make money with your method.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important? Or how about our society, technical analysis, technical trader, overcome the situation?
See, I don't believe that's important, again, for a very simple reason. First of all, yes, of course, I teach also the strategy I do. But I always say, every video you can see on YouTube or somewhere else, for me, I always say, guys, this is just for impulse. This is what I do. Doesn't mean that you have to do it this way and you will not do it this way. You always make a little change here, a little change there, and then you have a different strategy. You might have the same idea, but management is different, entry and exit, and position sizing, everything will be different. So that's why trading is individual. Second, Talking about education, what do we educate? We talk about analysis, methods of analysis. So, and when it comes to methods of analysis, it's like, okay, this is the approach to have an idea of what the market is already going to do, right?
Yeah.
Or what is the past, what will be the future, most likely. I mean, we're talking about probabilities, right?
Correct.
So, and that is the point why I don't like this idea, show me your account, show me your MyFX, because it's all bullshit.
Is that common in Germany or
Yeah,
Europe?
for sure. Oh my, yeah, sure. I have these discussions.
Regarding the technical analysis nowadays after the pandemic with the hyper volatility, do you think the technical analysis is still relevant to make money?
Yes, for sure.
You sure?
Yes.
How about people think that we are just like the fool people, like living in a fantasy world, who using the lines and then speaking about the charts.
Yeah.
Once they look at the market, they find a proof that somehow technical analysis completely doesn't work.
Yeah.
And whatever they use, like they're using the valuation model in the stocks market or any quant trading, they think this is the better way than the classic technical analysis, linings and so on.
Yeah.
So how you as the president of the IFTA think about this, and then what is your strategy to make people understand that these two branches of the knowledge is really, really useful. Since like astronaut, we use like four-dimensional, macroeconomic, the valuation, technical, and of course, astrological.
True.
I try to combine everything, but still people like refuse the fact that the technicals work. So
Yeah. And again, in trading, everything is about your own beliefs. You know, there's this very famous quote by Henry Ford. And he says, when it comes to marketing, 50% is a false investment, but you don't know which 50%, right?
all right.
And the same with the trading. Of course, you follow your own beliefs. And if you believe that technical analysis doesn't work, you will get the proof for it. Because it's all connected to how you look at it.
The perspective.
Yeah, your own perspective, and therefore it's a mindset. And if you believe it doesn't work, you will automatically search for different approaches. If you're a strong believer in, like, let's say, fundamental data, you will have an approach, and we have a lot of fund managers who are successful with this. But if you like in day trading, you will not get any further with fundamental data. Because all that matters in day trading, short-term trading, is movement of the market.
I mean, even those people say the short-term trading is nothing other than gambling. What do you
it's
think?
not. For a simple reason, if you do a proper analysis, and again, now we're talking again about the probabilities. And if you do your analysis in a short time frame, like let's say 5 minutes, and yes, markets move up and down. Whoever knows why.
Yeah.
But what we can see in the chart is, and that's a basic prerequisite of technical analysis. It says the market price contains every information.
Correct.
So you don't need why the market moves. You don't need to know why the price is the price it is. All you need to know is the price is there. And the price is there because two parties said, okay, I buy, I sell, deal. That's what it is. That's what you see in the chart. And everything else is like, okay, what might follow next?
Yeah.
At certain levels, like support and resistance, you know. And then technical analysis comes into place when it feels like, okay, we have this certain situation right now, we have certain levels, and what is now the edge? In trading, we are looking for an edge. And this edge is something that differs gambling from trading. And again, in gambling, you cannot answer the question in what direction or what color will be the next. This is, by the way, a very good example because it's also, they lose a lot. But by having the right numbers and the right money management, because the zero, right, the zero pays even more than a single number.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's how they make the money. So they give away to all the players and gamblers, but the moment they win big.
Win big.
And,
it's like a risk to reward ratio.
Yeah. And at the end, they have a profit.
Yeah.
That's how it works. It's also how it works in trading. So you need to have the edge. And you can find the edge by technical analysis.
Correct.
With answering the question, in what direction will the market move with the highest probability.
You got a better odds with technical analysis.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Looking to the CFA Institute, and they already put the technical analysis in their curriculum. You're aware that the CFA Institute now is like put technical analysis in their certification program?
Yeah, I mean, technical analyst, it has a reason.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, now, do you have any information why, after so many years, and now the CFA Institutes like put technical analysis in their program?
Well, actually, it's not that we are changing thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, if they decide to put this into it, they need to have a reason, and the reason is technical analysis is important.
It
Otherwise,
works.
Yeah, it works and it's important. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. So let's focus on fundamental analysis and technical analysis. And I know there are two sides of the coin, two opinions. Some say we don't need fundamental analysis at all, and some say we don't need any technical analysis at all. And both is right and both is wrong. Because if you go short term, okay, it's not so important to have fundamental analysis. On the other hand, if you go long term, like investing, I'm pretty sure it makes a difference if you buy Apple or Nokia.
Okay,
Right?
Yeah, correct.
So you better watch what you're buying and why.
And people also say that like a technical analysis is not a fixed science. That's why people hate it. It's like you look at it and I'm looking at it, it's different for everybody. So there's no like certain standard, and somehow we already follow like head and shoulder, but the price is going up.
Yeah.
But it's like the fundamental, I follow the valuation is most likely is based on the scientific or calculation is like more reliable than just looking to the picture, which is everybody looks at the different way.
Yeah.
What is the answer for this?
Really, I'm studying myself this for almost 20 years now.
For the technical analysis? Or?
Yeah, technical analysis, trading, mindset,
Okay.
approach, management. So what is the truth? The truth is what you do in your chart. And that's why it's so important to fully understand what technical analysis is about and what it can do and what it cannot do. It can't make you any promises, but it can answer you one question. Again, in what direction will the market go with the most highest probability the next moment? And this is all we have to answer. And then we have to place a stop loss, done. Stop loss, profit taking, and you're done.
Yeah, that's correct. And regarding the technical analysis, if we already talk about the fundamental versus the technical, and the summary of all is your own belief matters.
Absolutely.
If you don't have any belief, or you are not feeling comfortable to have the belief in technical or even fundamental, just go on your own way. Correct?
You have to go your own way.
Correct. You don't have to follow anyone.
No.
Right? And you find your own characteristic, limitation, things like that. But how if in technical analysis world, we deal with the charts, but we have the classic technical, which is we know the Dow theory, Elliott wave, and then the other things. And the other new concept is like people say about the smart money concept. They're using the chart, same with us, but they don't believe or they don't agree with all the wave or trend analysis. But what they believe is like we can only win, especially in the Forex program, because they believe that the Forex has no more like a human supply and demand base, but is using the algorithm. Everything controlled by the computer. So they think that like ordinary or classic technical analysis no longer works. So we only need to care about where is the institutional order block, order flows, something like that, supply and demand, unfilled order to beat the market. And then they start thinking that the classic technical analysis, they are useless. And now this become like a big war between technical analysis guy. What do you think about it?
Well, it's always the case. I mean, there's always something new, and it's okay, because everything that's new gives new impulses. And you know, whenever something new comes into the market, a lot of people feel like, oh wow, it's new, maybe finally I can get successful.
Like a holy grail?
Yes, everybody's searching for the holy grail, actually.
Is there anyone, holy grail?
It is.
Oh yeah?
Yes, it's you. It's you and your mindset.
Correct. That's exactly what I think.
Sure.
Wow, I keep teaching people like, you know, there's a holy grail. Is whatever in here, what you said about yourself.
Right.
Oh, I'm really glad that you have the same view. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely the case. So we can be happy, and it's progress. when new things come up, because it gives us the opportunity to review our own systems and maybe to add something, and it gives other also the opportunity to have a broader choice.
Correct.
And in teaching and education, it's our responsibility to show different choices to the people and help them to find their way.
Okay, that's really great. But is that smart money concept a part of approved technical analysis under International Federation of Technical Analysis?
No, we're not considering it that much. Of course, we are aware of everything that's coming up in the market, but it's not like we're jumping on everything that's new and adding it to the CFDE syllabus. So we are checking on this, we discuss everything, but it takes time that we really feel like, okay, this is something we want to be standard in the industry. And as IFTA, education, we have the highest standard on education. So we can't jump on everything that's just coming by, even though it's there for a couple of years. I mean, we're still teaching things like point and figure.
Yeah.
Actually, not really people use it, but it can be useful. And if you go really into financial industry, everybody knows about it, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And how do we know that, or how does IFTA will decide whether this new theory will be included as technical analysis standard?
Yeah.
How to prove it? Is that from the society who make money from that method, or what?
No. It's not about if you really say, okay, I just made a fortune with it, it's a new standard. Look, we don't even have Heikinashi already.
Oh yeah?
No, we don't have.
You remove it, or?
No, we don't have it at all.
Okay.
We didn't have it, so.
But you put Ichimoku inside?
Yes, sure. But not Heikinashi, for whatever reason. So you see, we always have to make a decision. That doesn't mean that Heikinashi is bad. I love Heikinashi. When I did my CFDE, I wasn't president of IFTA at all. So this is what follows. Maybe career advice. You never know, right?
Yeah.
So, and I was sitting there and I was challenging Dr. Gregor Bauer, who is really very, very deep into this program. He's part of the educational committee for ages, right? Ever since. And I was challenging him, asking, why don't we have Heikinashi? Mm-hmm. So, and of course, we had a discussion. The reason was that, yes, it's good, but it's not that good that it's needed as an addition. Mm-hmm. And still, Heikinashi works. Not for me, I like it, so it's a nice concept, but I don't feel it's nice to be late always one period in the market. That's what Heikinashi is about, right? Mm-hmm. So it looks good, no disturbances, red, green, but
Correct. And if we talk about, you learn about this industry for 20 years, you learn about so many strategies.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's better to learn or mastering one method instead of learning everything, that you don't have a fixed strategies? What do you think about people who say that, hey, it's better to have only one strategies and then use that? And,
Yeah, for sure.
So which one is better? And after you learn about so many strategies, do we need to combine both strategies or just use one and very simple one? Or
so after all these years, it's not. My journey will never end. I'm pretty sure about this.
Okay.
First of all, I'm too excited about everything that's going on. I'm very curious about development, but I test things. I test partially smart concept. I test all this volume profile, which is also pretty fancy. Mm-hmm. And then I put this on my chart, and then I see, what people are talking about. Oh, this is a point of control, And then they say, I enter the market at the point of control. I say, okay, let's have a look at it. Mm-hmm. And then I see, in a lot of cases, a lot of trades are similar to mine. Because, because if you look at the chart, you see you have maybe a bottom, you have maybe a candlestick signal, and oh wonder, miracle, it's because of the point of control.
Correct.
Or maybe not.
Correct.
Because it's always okay, I have to explain this to myself more, and I believe more in this, that's why. And I feel, okay, and I see that's why. And I have, I have in Germany a podcast, and I have, meanwhile, 100 interviews about trading. And every time I talk with a colleague about trading, and we have different approaches by definition, we figure out that at the end, we're doing all the same. but coming from a different angle. Right?
Correct. I agree on that. I mean, if you're trend following, then basically you'll also do some trend following trading with some different perspective.
Sure, and that's why it's important when you say, okay, do I need to have one strategy, or is it better to have like a bunch of strategies? I think both is right. I have one favorite strategies, but of course I can also find some other ideas to enter the market. So I don't sit there from front of my computer just waiting for one.
Correct.
I also have some ideas. Okay, this could be a good idea now. Let's take this trade. But when it comes for a new trader to enter into the market, I'm talking about now with almost 20 years experience. But if you enter the market, if you like new, if you like a learning stadium, yes, it's good to have one strategy, but you have to find it first. And there you have all these strategies. So how can you be sure that the one you're trading with
the best.
is the best? So you need to learn about, okay, what is he doing? Okay, show me yours. What do you have? What is yours?
And then you find what's suitable to yourself.
And then you feel like, okay, I pick here, I pick there, I like this, and this is mine.
Yes, correct. Right? And find that comfortable for you, right? Like, about a risk and about whatever, like, you make you happy and safe for you. Right?
Yes, sure. The reason is, if you don't trade the strategy that fits 100% to yourself, like a glove, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to have a glove that's like,
Yeah.
You want like perfect fit.
How do you think about live trading that could be a tools to prove that you are a qualified or standard traders who can apply your skills, your knowledge, right, to make a trading plan and to prove that at least you can make a good analysis, no matter you trade or not that particular time, but at least you show to the public that, hey, this is me, and then I'm brave enough to show you my trading plan and enter the market.
Fair enough.
What do you think about that live trading?
That's what live trading is about. I mean, of course, we have to have the situation.
Of course.
Of course, as pros, we have some ideas, maybe some more, like we know, okay, these work. For, like, let's say 50 or more %, it works, And also there is, how long does it work? Does it work for 2 periods, for 3? Does it work with a correction or not? So many differences. But anyway, let's say it works and you take a profit. Everybody's totally excited. But who is a better trader? The one who takes profits or the one who can deal with losses?
Maybe both. I mean,
yes, of course, you need to talk about those.
Correct.
But let's imagine you do live trading and you have your system and you enter the market and, well, the market goes against you. And you end up with, let's say, 4 trades and 4 losses. Are you a pro or not?
You cannot say whether you're pro or not. But if I did a lot of live trading and then I show them when I lose money and I teach them how to handle myself.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's what it is.
Correct. And how to make a recovery plan after you got hit by the losses and what's the next strategy. So that's what I did. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, professional trading is all about your own behavior.
Correct.
You have to behave professionally. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And behavior is, how do I behave with a loss? Do I freak out completely, throwing your keyboard through the room? It's not a good idea with live trading. Or is it like, okay, it's part of the system?
Which one you choose? Let me ask you a question to choose A or B.
Right.
So the A is, this is related to choose a good mentor, a good guru. So there's one guru that always show whatever he makes in live trading, whether lose or profits, show it to the public, how to make analysis, and publish their research to the public, which is we are certified analysts, so we publish our research, and time will tell whether we right or wrong, right? This kind of mentor, or the second mentor, he never showed analysis. He never showed that he's doing the trading plan on live trade, but he just showed a portfolio, which is like, this is a portfolio of me, so I'm a great trader, without showing that he has ability of making analysis. If you are like a layman, or people who want to learn trade, which one are you gonna choose? How to define which one is a good mentor?
Well, the question is very easy to answer. I like to answer this with another question. Who do you would like to follow more? Rich kids on Instagram or Elon Musk?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Of course, if I just show you my portfolio, like, hey, I'm the rich guy now, nobody knows where it comes from, you know? It also everything can be fake.
So the best proof is you have to have like track records to show to the public, this is my analysis, which is have this kind of accuracy, and show them how the process to get a portfolio, the live trading plan or something like that. You agree on that?
Well, it depends. Again, I mean, it's the same question you asked me right now, what you asked me before, and I also always can say yes and no, it depends. It also depends what you want to offer to the public. If you feel like, okay, I want to sell my system, you better have numbers, right?
Hey, yeah.
So otherwise, why should I buy your system and do it one to one to one? But again, most people are not able to do this for whatever reason. Maybe they miss one trade because they are like away, and all of a sudden they have a different, you know.
But yeah, that's correct. But my point is, you were agree that like having people just showing the portfolio without knowing that how he get that is worthless comparing to people who show the process.
Sure, the process, yeah, but not always like, hey, this is my FX book.
Yes,
you know?
correct.
It's different. It's different.
The process is like publishing the analysis.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah, correct.
This is. But I feel it's more important than just going with numbers, because numbers is showing off, right? It's
showing off.
It's showing off. It's like wearing Gucci shirts. Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, you know, it's like I'm the rich guy. Wow, and I made these big numbers. Mm-hmm. What matters most for public is this is how you can do it. This is the approach I do, and this is where live trading comes into play.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
We have a naked chart here, so how to approach it? Okay, what I did when we had the last webinar, you know, I just opened a chart, random.
Correct.
Okay, this is you have support and resistance. So what are the areas? What are the zones?
So at least you show them, right? You show them the way in the live world. I mean, the webinar is considered like a live coaching.
Right.
You show them how I make lines, make analysis, right?
True. So if we go, let's say we have a roadshow together.
Yeah.
And somebody asks, hey, can you please analyze the chart X, Y, Z? You open the chart and you ask me, okay, Wieland, where are the points to enter and exit the market?
Yes.
So I can easily do this. But I can also tell you that I will never show and say, you have to enter right now. I will always say you,
correct.
Okay, watch out for these zones, watch out for this zone, watch out for this signal, watch out for that candle.
That's what I call a trading plan.
Yeah, and manage it that way.
Correct.
And you know, in Germany I have a weekly show. It's called the Market Week. Like it's about how will the week develop and what to look for in the markets. And I always tell the people, you want to watch for this candlestick signal. You want to watch for the signal in that area. We can see it right now, but when you watch yourself, take a closer look at this situation.
Correct.
And then open your trade, but please don't forget stop loss. So that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So my approach, and I think that's when it comes to teaching, and no matter what, if you do like teaching on a private basis or like a company like you have, or if you do it with IFTA, it's always about, I want them to be able to do it on their own. The best way is they don't need me anymore, just for like, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, that's nice. Regarding the scalping, I guess you do this.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and how do you think that people say that scalping will not work at all? So what is the good scalping method?
I think it's so ridiculous to say it doesn't work at all.
It's too arrogant.
No, it's not too arrogant, but it shows a lot about your mindset. And your belief.
Okay.
You know, it's like, money is so bad. All the rich people are criminals, you know? It's like you say...
It's judging.
It's judging.
Yeah.
And first of all is, yes, for most people, scalping don't work. For a simple reason, you need to be fast. You need to have fast decision making. You have to enter and exit in very, very fast time. Second, most people are greedy.
Yeah.
So scalping means you enter the trade, you get some points, you try to have some risk-reward ratio, which is quite reasonable, and then you exit. Period. No matter if the market might go higher or lower, you don't care. You can't care because this is a fast trade.
Correct. And scalping still work for you?
Yeah, it
And
works.
what is the best method or indicator or technique that is like everybody can read from the book and people can learn from IFTA organization?
Yeah.
What is the best classic or modern technical analysis that can be used or be learned by other people there for scalping?
Price action.
Price action.
Price action.
What kind of price action? It's like support resistance or what?
Yeah, price action means you just follow the trace of the price.
Okay.
So what is best to be used is, of course, candlesticks. Signals
Candlesticks.
from candlesticks. Let's say you have a hammer or shooting star. Maybe you have a video people can see just to get the explanation what hammer and shooting star is. But let's say you have a hammer. So you want to go long. So you want to buy afterwards. So this is the best approach for enter the market on very low basis, because this is something where you say, okay, market participants, they already changed the game. They reverse. And what I like to do, and this is some kind of scalping, when I go, market moves up, there's a correction, goes down a bit, moves up again. So most people, they try to buy the breakout. And if you buy like a hammer, you come way early in the market. And what I like to do, and this is some kind of scalping, I exit the market when it comes to the point where other people buy. But I'm out. I sell them my position. So I make the profits, they enter the market, and very often they feel like that they buy more or less at the end of the move.
Okay.
Coming down again, making a loss. See, so scalping is always about profit taking, getting out of the market again, having the fast move. So yes, you can use, of course, you can have some indicators or oscillators.
What is your favorite oscillator?
Slow stochastic.
Same. 533?
Brother.
Yeah,
533.
533, yeah. It's pretty good on gold as well.
Yeah.
And then, how about the stochastic RSI? Some people combine both.
I don't need both because I use the Bollinger Bands. So I don't need an RSI, I have the Bollinger Bands. They give me quite an impression of volatility, they give you an impression of strength.
Oh, so Bollinger is pretty good for scalping as well.
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course.
With the how many periods? It's like the standard 20 periods? Or?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Bollinger Bands are very robust, over 40 years.
I talked with the John last time, and then he said that I developed this Bollinger is for stocks, but he never used it for Forex. That's what from he said. So do you think it's also work in Forex market?
You can analyze everything with Bollinger Bands. And as far as I know, John is also has been an option trader. So he needed a measurement for volatility.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, and therefore he developed the bands. And therefore you can also have the Bollinger Bands for volatility. So you don't need so much indicators. And I mean, it's easy to spot. If the market is far away from its own average, so what do you expect? It's overbought.
Yeah,
oversold.
you should be back to the average.
It's like, So it should come back. And that's what my idea also is with my strategy. Just going back and forth.
So basically you are using the Bollinger Bands to see the volatility and also the trend directions.
Yes.
Using the moving averages.
Yeah.
And also the oscillator, we're using the stochastic to see the rate of change, or maybe it's like the, what do you call, the overbought and oversold things.
Yeah, you can use an oscillator, and that's pretty cool. You can use it for several reasons. As a filter.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a nice candlestick signal, but the market is not overbought or oversold. So maybe it's not really worth
this time, maybe the next 2-3 candles, right?
So maybe it's a fake,
Yeah.
Because you don't know, maybe the market is not.
So it's like confirming between the candle movement and then the momentum itself.
Yeah.
That will help.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So for the last question, are you a trader that looking for a momentum? Why? Why is that important? Instead of you're waiting, or you are keep looking for the good moment or momentum to strike the market, or?
And now we're talking again about my strategy.
Yes.
Because it's my strategy.
Yes, that's you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. So
Right.
I'm happy to show this, and it's free to see on the web. So you go to the website, you register, you get the video, no problem.
Correct.
But it's mine, and it doesn't work for everybody.
Correct.
It doesn't
I
need
agree.
to. But I gives this for educational and for to think about what elements can you use for your own strategy. So what I do is basically I'm looking for overbought and oversold spots. I use Bollinger Bands for it because, and this is great from John Bollinger. He developed these bands and he figured out that prices are relatively high or relatively low. And this is perfect because nobody knows if the price is absolutely too high or absolutely too low. Nobody knows, in absolute ways. But relatively, yes. This is what you can figure out, because relatively is always, you have to compare.
Correct.
And the comparison is the on average. Average. Correct. Simple moving average 20. That is, if the price goes far away, it's relatively high or low, depending, to its own average. And that's the trick on it. So looking for high momentum is that the price shoots up and building a reversal sign outside of the Bollinger Bands. That's what I'm looking for. It's pretty easy, but it's not for everybody. And it's totally fine. Because, and I know a lot of people need to have fancy stuff and, bling, 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 as much as complicated as, as long as nobody else understands what I'm doing, it's perfect.
Yes, correct.
So I want to have it easy, simple. I want to see in a glance what's going on and what is for me to do. And therefore, if I have high momentum and I see market shoots up or goes down in a rapid rush, and then I see a reversal, then I have a couple of things to consider. First of all, I see that the market is overdue for a correction, point number one. Second, I see a reversal candle. It says that market participants already begin to reverse.
Yes.
Right? They begin already to go back to make the correction. All I need to do is say, okay, what is the first profit target? It's the own average, by definition, because then it's not overbought, it's not oversold, it's mediocre.
Yeah.
It's in its own average, so profit target, done. And by definition, and that's good with the candlestick thickness, if you have an easy way to put your stop loss, right? Because by definition, if let's say a hammer or a shooting star, if it's taken out,
then
you have to exit because the idea of the trade is dead. It's gone.
Correct.
Right? There is no opportunity left. And again, these two questions. In what direction will the market go with the highest probability the next moment? Okay, so I make the analysis and you see, okay, market is overbought, oversold, shoots out of the bands. Just 10% of all prices are outside of the bands. That is, you have a high probability already. Then you have shooting star and hammer. Okay, reaction is going on. And if you, as you know, you should know, they have an occurrence, shooting star and hammer have occurrence of 60%. Yeah. And now you add up. You have like 10% of all prices outside. Shooting star and hammer have an occurrence of 60%, which is the hit rate is 60%. And then you know, okay, price go back to the average. Or average goes back to the price, you never know. Yes. This is what happens, right?
Correct.
So you have all probabilities in your favor. And that's what I do. I'm looking for these spots. So I need high momentum, going up, and down, and then correct, reverse.
Wow, that's beautiful. So it's all momentum that you're looking for.
Yeah, volatility momentum.
Yeah, volatility momentum. Yeah. Then you're gonna jump into the market,
right,
regardless you're taking like a long range profits or short term profits, but the momentum is number one for you.
Right, it is.
All right, so final word for all tradepreneurs who want to learn technical analysis in the correct way.
Well, I could say a lot of things, but first of all, and this is one of the very, very most important things to understand. First of all, trading is pretty simple. It's a trader who is complex because we're humans. And as human beings, although we feel like it's different, but we are really complex persons. Correct. You know, complex beings. So we have to be aware of this. And second is, yes, we need to do our homework, and this we need to have a proper understanding of technical analysis, of how the markets work. We don't need to know so much in the first approach about what is going on in the background. This is something you can study if you feel like it's important for you. But you need to be able to see with a quick view, quick glance at the chart to see what's going on and where opportunities lie, and if there's something to do or not.
Correct. Wow, that's really, really great from Wieland. So I'm really thankful for your
My pleasure.
time here, and we really hope people will learn about technical analysis in the correct way and join International Federation of Technical Analysis, become the certified financial technician.
Absolutely.
And please support Indonesia and Indonesian trader. We really love to have our community to learn more about technical analysis. Again, thank you very much, Wieland.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, so that's CEO Talk. I hope you can get a great picture here about the technical analysis. The most important part is what you believe and what you think that is comfortable and suitable for you. So until next time, keep trade, make profit, and save. Goodbye.